Welcome to the Empowered Woman Podcast. This is a place for you to learn from inspiring women how to empower yourself through self-love. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is martaspirk, and I'm your host, triplet mom, woman empowerment coach, and all things motivation extraordinaire.
On this episode, I talk about how you are entitled to feel what you feel, and that when you share what you're feeling with others, it helps you process, and it also helps others feel empowered as well. So let's empower each other as women, no matter where we are, because together we rise. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. I decided to skip a week. I have done this before. I hate not releasing episodes weekly, but sometimes it's important to take a little bit of a rest, and I have to take my own advice and listen to my emotions, listen to whatever it is that's happening. And so I decided to not release anything last week. And we've been kind of like remodeling, doing stuff with the office where I usually record episodes. And my husband's actually been on a very strict schedule, homeschooling the kids since he's been off work. And so there's always some background noise, which I kept putting off recording episode because of the background noise. And I decided it doesn't matter. I just want to come out with some content, let you know what I've been up to. And I am so excited past the workshop that I did a few weeks ago. It was so fun to get together with women on Zoom. And I've been doing that with smaller groups of ladies, but we had over 30 women join on Zoom to talk about becoming an aware and confident woman. And it was amazing. And if you missed a workshop, you can actually catch the replay. Just go to martaspirk.com/virtual workshop, and I'll have that in the show notes for you as well. And it was awesome. It was awesome not only because it was just me teaching women these amazing concepts, but because, as usual, I like hearing back from them. And so they contributed, they talked about their insecurities and their stories, and it's been an amazing thing to do this virtually. I have loved doing things in person, and because I do like to find the silver lining in what I've learned recently from a dear friend of mine, the broken blessing behind difficulties is that it's almost like I have been doing this thing online for so long. I was finally able to do things in person, and that brought me life. And then all of that had to stop because of the current reality that we're living in, and which meant I had to go back into online, but now with different eyes, with a different perspective. And I truly believe that everything is a stepping stone into us reaching a healthier and better version of ourselves. And so with everything that's going on, I have decided to dedicate a lot more time to my Facebook group and to my membership, to my school, to the Empowered Woman School. So if you are on social media, if you are on Facebook and you're not a part of the Empowered Woman community, I highly encourage you to join us. We actually worked on such a fun project over the weekend. I asked the ladies if they wanted to do a collage of us holding a sign with different words to form a sentence. And we did that over the weekend. It was so fun. And for our sentence, we had women empowering women, no matter where we are, together we rise. And it was so fun. I loved it. Because this is really my heart. My heart is helping women sort through their feelings and their emotions, whatever it is that they're going through, and being able to share this with somebody else. Because this is essentially what I feel like I lacked postpartum, or even going through my pregnancy, and in other moments in life too. But of course, motherhood has been the biggest plot twist of my life, and the biggest challenge, and something that I had to overcome and to really process. And I don't feel like I had a whole lot of just natural or organic support in that sense, because I'm a very strong, independent woman, and I just, took the bull by its horns and dealt with my situation of having triplets, of moving away from my family to raise these kids by myself while my husband was at work. And everything that I have developed up until this point has been for me. It has been a way of supporting me through these changes. And I realized that when I created this to talk about what I'm feeling and what I'm going through, I have been helping other women. And when they share their stories with me, because they feel this openness since I'm opening up to them, they're helping me by sharing their stories, by letting me know that I'm not alone. So I'm here, speaking onto this microphone, putting my voice out there, telling women that they're not alone when they feel certain things. And then I hear back from them saying, hey, Marta, you're not alone because I'm feeling this too. And so this has been a process of me helping myself. And I feel like if you're not in this, and if you don't understand my message, it's hard for you to see how everything that I have been doing with coaching for the last almost 4 years has been a way of me helping myself because I couldn't find this help otherwise. And it's nobody's fault. I'm not saying that somebody should have supported me and they didn't. And that's why I found myself in a position where I felt helpless. It was just the situation that I was going through, and I needed to sort through my feelings. And this is what I have been encouraging women to do, is to actually talk about their past, talk about the things that they're going through, because we're not encouraged to do so. We're encouraged most likely to suck it up and not even to cry, because that's a sign of weakness. Well, guess what? Human beings are made up of emotions for a reason. It really, really impacts our daily lives, and it's important that we think about what we're feeling and think about what's going on with us and become more self-aware. That's one of the core elements of everything that I have done so far and that I encourage women to do inside the Empowered Women School, is to develop self-awareness, is to understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Because being raised in a very strict Christian home, I was encouraged to pray about it. I was encouraged to maybe share it with my pastor, but my pastor was my mom, so that wasn't always possible. And whenever you did share it with somebody else, they would probably just tell you to go sit and pray. And I do believe in the power of prayer. But I also know that it's important for you to be able to share what's going on in your head with somebody, because as you are sharing, you are forced to think about what you're talking about, which helps you process through those things. And this is essentially what I have been doing. I believe that in sharing my story, I'm empowering myself and I'm empowering other women to share their story. And so with all of that in mind, I have decided to put a lot more effort into my Facebook group. So I highly encourage you to join us there. But if you're not on social media, which I have come to realize that lots of the women that listen to me are not on social media, then I would love for you to just send me an email and tell me how you're going, how things are going in this process, in this quarantine. And if you need extra support, I would love to hear from you and to either provide some words of encouragement or to point you in a direction with different resources or maybe point you in the direction of different coaches or names of people that you can follow or reach out to help you in this moment that you're living in. So let's start there. If you're not on social media, just reach me at martaspirk@gmail.com. And another thing too is that I do want to talk to the women that are ready to share this publicly. Maybe not publicly on their social media, but inside my Facebook group or inside the Empowered Women School. I want to have the input of other women that are in different walks of life, that maybe are not moms, or there are moms that have older kids, which is not where I am right now. I would love to hear your perspective on this and see how we could collaborate into creating content for women right now and to help women empower themselves through this difficult situation that we're living in. Because we should be empowering ourselves and each other regardless of what's going on in the world right now. Even if we were going on about our business, if, today, April 13th, you were just, taking your kids to school this Monday and going to work or whatever it is that you were doing, but it's not, right? So I want us to talk about our past and what we've gone through, regardless of the coronavirus, because I feel like we need to focus on this anyways to distract us from the current reality, but also to give us room to share what we're feeling during this pandemic. I want this to be a discussion. And that's even, what I tried to do last week. I did a live discussion with another member of the group inside the Facebook group. And we talked about how to agree to disagree, because it doesn't mean that you can't be friends with people that don't think exactly like you. In fact, I feel like it's even better for you to develop relationships with people that have divergent opinions, because it helps you open your mind more. And it also helps you into creating a different level of respect for people that are different from you, because we're not supposed to all think the same. That's why we're all so different. And that's why we group ourselves in different groups and in different countries, and different cultures, because we are different and there's nothing wrong with that, right? As long as we don't overstep our personal boundaries, which again, how would you ever create personal boundaries for yourself if you don't know who you are or where you stand, right? And so that's where self-discovery and self-awareness comes into play. You have to know where you're coming from to even create a boundary. So you have to get to know yourself. And this is really the first pillar with everything that I do is self-awareness and then self-empowerment, which I believe they go hand in hand. In order for you to empower yourself, you have to know who you are so that you can see all the amazingness that lies within instead of expecting others to tell you what you have going for you and how amazing it is. All those things should be bonuses, right? And then finally, thinking about where you want to go from here. What will life look like after the pandemic? Or what will life look like tomorrow? If you're taking it one day at a time, in order for you to even, remotely think about the future, you have to not only understand where you are right now, but appreciate where you are right now. So that gratitude is so important, and really that pride for yourself and for all the things that you have already accomplished and for all the things that you are. And so with that, I do want to say that I have some things in the works with other coaches that I'm collaborating with to bring in content to the group and to my school. So as a member of the school, and for now, it's still at $27 a month. I will be raising the price as soon as I get other coaches on board to help me with content. So if you haven't joined our school yet, I highly encourage you to go check it out. I actually created a long page with students' testimonials and with a very, very detailed explanation of what you get when you join in the school. And it's a monthly basis, so you can cancel at any time. But to see more information on that, just go to martaspirk.com/The Empowered Woman School. I will have that link on the show notes. But if you just go to my website, martaspirk.com, and you either click on programs, or in one of the links where I said, learn more, you will find more information about the Empowered Woman School. But basically what I want to do is I want to do series focused on these three pillars. So self-awareness, self-empowerment, and transformation. But I want to do series each week talking about the different areas of life, because it's so important for you to recognize that there are so many facets of you, because there are different areas of your life that you have built beliefs on. So when you talk about health, what are the beliefs that you have built around health, and how can you become aware of these beliefs and where they have come from? And really looking into your story and your history. Since you were little, what were your beliefs, or the things that you were taught, or the things that you just emulated based on what you were, seeing around you when it came to health, when it came to your body image? All those things have been affecting you to this day. Okay. And then a following week, we're going to talk about money. What were your beliefs, and what were the things that you were taught to believe about money from a young age? So we will be doing this with 4 different areas of life, and I will be bringing in ladies to talk about these things as well, and to bring in their perspective on it as I discuss my perspective. So again, if you're not a part of the Facebook group, really, really join us, because you'll get so much out of it. But I will be following this theme with the podcast as well, and inside the Empowered Women community. So this is what I'm doing to not only help me get organized, but also to be very on point with everything that I do, is that for the next 3 months, essentially, I will be following this idea, or this layout, or this outline, I should say, of talking about self-awareness to begin with, and then self-empowerment, and then transformation, but within the 4 areas of life, which are health, money, business or career, and relationships. So I wanted to leave you with this just to get you thinking, and to get you to take action, to either join us in the Facebook group, to either email me, or join us inside the Empowered Woman School. Again, like I said, I will be raising the price soon, but for now it's $27 a month. So if you join us within this price point, your membership price will not be affected. So I highly encourage you to do that, because I really believe that we need the support right now more than ever, because we can't get out of our houses, and because there's so much uncertainty out there. So I wanted to be able to provide something for women to be able to rely on and count on. And it's been amazing how many women have joined my community in the last couple of weeks. And I know it's because of the time that we're living. So if you are there listening to this right now, feeling like you need to be able to talk to someone, or just have that moment where you are able to shift your attention off of what's going on in the world right now and put your attention more on what's going on in your world, your personal inner world, then you have to get in touch with my empowered community, whether it be through the group, just emailing me, or being a part of the school. I will put all of these notes for you to go look around and see what better suits you, but I would love to connect and hear from you. I've seen that the podcast has been reaching places that I never even imagined, different countries in Africa, Pakistan, Iran. Oh my gosh, I never even knew I could have such a reach. But I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because it's the women that need this that are listening to this. And if you're listening to this and you resonate with this, then let's join in together in this movement of women empowerment, not because we're against men, but because we are for each other, right? Because we want to lift ourselves up. And we know that when we do that, it only makes sense to lift each other up too, and to understand that we're all very different, but we have a common thread, which is that we're women and we're seeking for our personal fulfillment and also for the well-being of our family, our communities, our countries, and the world, right? So I hope you got some value out of this, and I hope to hear from you in whichever way you prefer to get in touch with me, and stay empowered.